So we're gonna start working out together, which is super fun. And before we do that, I'm gonna go over some of the really important aspects of what our brain to body connection has to learn before we can work out safely. And I think we're gonna have a lot of fun and you're gonna kick some butt, but we have to learn how to control two main things at all times. Even in our daily lives, we have to learn how to do these things. So those two things are our pelvis and our abs. And I think the number one misconception about abs are that people always say belly button to spine, but that actually is a cue for your rectus abdominis, which is here. And if you do that at all times, it actually kinks your ability to use your diaphragm and your pelvic floor correctly. So I want to teach you how to learn to move your transverse abdominis. And then also I want you to learn how to have your pelvis during workouts. So number one, let's go through pelvis first. I want you to come into a quadruped position, which just means on all fours. It's just a silly fancy word. I want you to move your pelvis this way and then move your pelvis this way. And then just find an in-between. So here, just do it like 4 times and see how each one feels. Here, here, shoot for the middle. Okay, so if that's your in-between, anytime you're in a plank position, anytime that you're face down, I want you to feel your pelvis and make it go there. I want you to do that on your back as well. So come here, tuck it, push it forward, tuck it, push it forward, find the middle. That's where I want your pelvis to be when you're on your back and you're doing sit-up positions. And then while we're here, I'm just gonna go through how to find your transverse abdominis. So normally people say belly button to spine. If you do that and you're pushing so hard you feel your abs move, but it's normally right here, we wanna engage our transverse abdominis, which is right here. So my favorite cue is to try and just gently make your stomach like you're trying to zip up a really tight pair of pants. And you'll just kind of feel it engage. You can feel with your fingers here, you just push real hard. If you feel it push back against your fingers, you're going too hard. It's a really soft movement. So just try and get that belly away from your pant line. It's not gonna go. That's just a cue for your brain to use those muscles. Another one is to blow out candles. So that will kick them in. That's what I want you to be doing every time you're doing any workout exercise at all. Engaging your abs that way. So with those two things, we can start our workout. Just always be mindful that you're breathing, that you're using your transverse abdominis, and that your pelvis is in a neutral position when you're doing squats, when you're doing quadruped position. Anytime that you're working out, just try and keep a mirror nearby or work out with someone else so that they can be like, hey, guess what? Your pelvis is in alignment. And then you can do the same thing to them and